Happy spring, everyone. Happy Ostara. It is officially the spring equinox today, so I thought I would do a little reading. I'm going to do like I did last time, and I'm going to do a couple cards. Probably I'll pull 3 cards this time for each element, and then at the end I'm going to pull a couple collective oracles. Ignore my nails, they're trash. I can't possibly keep up with my nails every week and do readings and have a life. As I've said several times now, as sort of a joke, I am essentially a construction worker in my free time. I just got done laying some flooring in my office, which you will be seeing soon. Laying flooring is not great on the hands. So anyway, thus my nails are trash. So what's cool though is that while I was setting things up last night, I moved some furniture in there. It's been empty basically this whole time for like a year. As I've been remodeling everything. And anyway, I found this deck here among my mess and my clutter as I was starting to organize things. And that was last night, and today is the spring equinox, which is Ostara. So we're going to use that deck today, and I think we're just going to get started. Air signs. We're going to do you next. I might have to yell at my cat again. We'll see. The one has been super rambunctious. He is originally an outside cat who just showed up on my doorstep one day, and he's very much a boy, and he really likes outside. Like, he's the most cuddly, sweetest boy. But he loves killing things. Like, there's just no other way to say it. He just has that instinct, and he's fixed, but it's just, he's super rambunctious. He's definitely has masculine energy. So let's move on. Hopefully I don't have to interrupt again to stop the noise. For the air sign spirit, what do we have for the air signs? Oh, okay. I thought I had 2, but I actually have 3. So we're getting, interesting, the Ace of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Now, the World at the bottom of the deck again. That's interesting. Well, as I was saying to the fire signs, I'll say to you as well, when I was shuffling prior to turning on the camera, I was seeing a lot of cards. Basically, the message that I was picking up was that there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of confusion. It's making a lot of us feel like insecure, like we want to hold on to the past or hold on to whatever grounding, whatever we know, right? Because change is hard sometimes, and change is scary, and it's a lot going on right now, okay? Venus is in retrograde. So there's a lot of shakeups going on in relationships. There's a lot of shakeups going on in terms of what we value. And if we love ourselves and care about ourselves, right? How much effort do we put into our own self and our value. And how does that get reflected in the choices that we make, right? Especially when it comes to choosing a partner. And I'm kind of feeling that energy for you here. Now, certainly some of you, okay, for some of you, this is really good energy. I would just caution, because it is Mercury and Venus retrograde right now. So if you are starting anything new, and with the Eight of Pentacles, if this is like something like that you're doing every day, kind of obsessive, like living in this little bubble of, you know, like lustful bliss, sort of like what I'm feeling here, like that, like, I don't know what it's called, like that infatuation energy at the beginning of a relationship that we often experience, right? When we really have like a unique connection with someone. I would just be careful if that is your situation, because of the retrogrades that are going on and because of the eclipses that are happening, right? We just had one eclipse and we're going to have another eclipse. So we're in between right now. And like I said, there's a lot of change and there's a lot of shakeup going on. And it does make a lot of people really want to hold on to whatever they can. And I'm actually, right now, I don't know if any of you are familiar with this song or with Tori Amos, but I keep hearing as I'm talking lyrics to the song Pretty Good Year, where she says, hold on to nothing as fast as you can. And that's kind of what I'm feeling. Okay. But for others of you, I think this is really about you working on that sense. And I feel like this is mostly an internal issue, like you with yourself, but learning how to put your energy into tasks, activities, whatever pursuits that sustain you. Okay, because the Ace of Cups is a card of like self-sustaining, I don't want to say energy, because it's not really a card of energy. That would be more like the Ace of Wands, but like a self-sustaining fulfillment, right? I guess fulfillment is the best word that I can come up with right now. And with the Eight of Pentacles, right, it's something you do over and over again. And I'm hearing, I hate when this happens actually, because this is so cheesy, but like I'm hearing the phrase, what is it? If you do what you love, then you never work a day in your life, or something like this. I mean, and that's the goal though. That's the goal. It's a cliche saying, whatever, but that's the goal, right? No one wants to do something that is exhausting, that takes away our energy and prevents us from actually like living our life outside of work. I mean, unless you just really like work. I mean, I don't know. Some people like punishment, right? I don't know. That's sounds Saturnian to me. But anyway, and then we have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is about being in the energy. This is very long-winded, I feel like. I'm sorry. This is about like being in the energy of fulfillment, feeling content, feeling love, feeling loved, right? But like by yourself, like knowing what that feels like without having someone else have to give it to you. I hope that makes sense. And I feel like for a lot of you, that is the task at hand right now. Like that is what you're being asked to focus on, is building yourself up, practicing self-love every day until you can sit alone with yourself, with your own thoughts. Very important. Very important. You have to be able to be alone. You have to like being alone with yourself. Okay? That is another goal in life. If you like being alone with yourself, then you're not going to seek out like anyone. You're not going to hold on to nothing as fast as you can, because you're going to be discerning. You're not going to want anyone in your space who makes you feel worse than how you feel alone with yourself. I hope that makes sense. All right, I hope that helps you guys. All right, let's pull oracles, guys. We're going to start with the Personal Power Oracle, because that's my newest deck, and I like it very much. Spirit, what do we... All right. Let me grip the deck here, if I can. Let's see. Okay, can I get one card? All right, we're getting I am authentic. Pretty much right off the bat, I am passionate. I saw that as I was dropping part of the deck on the floor. Love that. But we're just going to go with the one that flipped. So let me see here. Card number 37, Leo energy. Let me find, whoops. I'm going the wrong way. I'm looking at page numbers instead of the actual numbers. So, I am authentic. Remind yourself that you cannot fail at being yourself. Living and being your true authentic self isn't always easy. Many times we subconsciously change our behavior, looks, or even beliefs in order to blend in, stand out, or please others. We let the pressure of society, family, or friends mold us into someone we aren't meant to be. This card asks you, in what ways are you being authentic? And is there anything that you feel you have changed against your true desires? Living an authentic life takes courage and sometimes sacrifice. It may require losing friends or family, but in the end, it is a choice that only you have the power to make. Yeah, as I kind of implied, I think, maybe I didn't do a very good job of that. This is Aries retrogrades, right? We have Mercury in retrograde in Aries. We have Venus in retrograde in Aries. And we're in Aries season. I think we have an eclipse in Aries coming up, okay? So very much focused on the Aries people. But also Aries energy for everyone. And Aries is the sign of the self. It's the first house. So this energy is very much talking about like who we are, what we value. Are we living authentically in a way that aligns with who we are and what we value? Like that is one of the big questions right now. So there's a little cheat code for you. All right, next we're going to pull from Believe in Your Own Magic. Spirit, what do we have for the collective? Okay. Number 26, Feather. Think first before you judge. Certainly this is a time of caution, a time of pausing and thinking things through. No hasty decisions, but let's see what the card says. Did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters only to drop her down into the blaze? Examine the situation. Is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you into your stance? After all, it does have a habit of making you believe that other girls are your competition and that they must behave perfectly at all times. Step back and take the time to figure it out. It's not always clear at first. Instead of acting rashly. Well, I don't know what that's about, to be honest. But certainly, Certainly take your time in making decisions and making judgments, whether they're positive or negative in nature, and certainly don't compete with anyone but yourself, unless it's your job, of course, to compete. Then I guess, you know, you do you. But I'm definitely a believer in that. I've never felt that I needed to compete with anyone else, so I can't relate. But hopefully whoever needed to hear that will. Thank you guys so much. That's all I have for you. Happy spring again, and I will see you again soon.